Welcome to our red velvet class. So first things first, I'll put my vegetable oil. This is Power vegetable oil. You can use any one that you have. Next is my granulated sugar. And then I'll put in my eggs. Fresh eggs, please. Very fresh eggs. Yes, and then I'll just whisk together. Just mix this together after putting my vanilla flavor.
Party, superstar DJ Kentucky. Before you know you done the one they start to the go low small. I know go lie with you, this thing's for real. Some people don't believe I'm on the brink about them all downfall. This reality and you will see that it pays nobody. You be feeling that you all and all. Try to visualize what I feel and then I bet you what you see will be a picture. So
as you can see, I'm just whisking this up to make sure that everything is well mixed. I do this for like 5 minutes and then I add my red food coloring. You can use any products you like, but this is what I use for my oil-based red velvet cake. It is very, very active, very red. So this is what I use for this particular measurement, but sometimes I can increase or decrease. It depends on how red you want your cake to be, but this is very this works well. A little goes as far as doing the job, but sometimes we can just be extra and just add more. So I just whisk this together with our egg, sugar, and oil. So now I'm just going to sieve my all-purpose flour and my cocoa powder. This step is very important. You have to sieve your flour at all times because you don't know how long your flour has been, where you bought it from, and whenever the flour has stayed for long, it has some particles, insects, and worms. So it's very safe for you. It's very necessary for you to sieve your flour at all times. So I'm just going to be sieving my flour and my cocoa powder together. Yes.
You a sexy chica, I'm
a girl teaser, so baby let me please her. Far from a church mouse, but love a lot of cheese. Me loving your features, can you move your feet? I'm a loopy president, you can be my Evita. If a girl don't wanna flow me, always delete her. And me never repeat her, me look for something sweeter.
So I'm just going to sieve in our bicarbonate soda, that's baking soda and baking powder and salt. You don't necessarily have to sieve your salt and these things, but sometimes I just do that. As long as you have sieved your flour, your cocoa powder. But sometimes I just sieve everything. It does not really mean. So I'm just going to sieve this into our flour and cocoa powder mixture. Another thing, it's very necessary that you level your spoons, your cup when you are working with baking measurement, just so that it's going to be accurate. Because if you are told to use a leveled tablespoon, that is what you should do. If you are told to heap it, then you know that is what you should do. But in this case, I always level my ingredients to get the best work. So that is why you see me leveling my ingredients, just to get the best results. So you just mix everything together so everything will be incorporated inside one another. And then I'm going to add our flour mixture to our egg sugar mixture. So I'm just going to be doing this gradually. I'm going to add the flour, mix it, and then I'll alternate with the already made buttermilk. So the buttermilk is made from just milk and vinegar. So if you use 1 cup of milk, you are expected to use 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So this recipe calls for 1 cup of milk. So I just put 1 cup of milk and then I added 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So you just mix. Note that once your flour has gotten into your mixture, you have to be very gentle. I will suggest you use your spatula at this stage, but I'm using my wicks. This particular wicks is a very soft wicks. It does not have weight. If you can see the way I'm pressing it, you will know that it is actually very easy to use and very light. So I'm going to do my flour I'm going to pour in the flour 3 times and the buttermilk 2 times, just so it can be well incorporated. And I always end my mixing with flour. So I put the flour, I put the buttermilk mixture, put the flour, put the last batch of buttermilk mixture, and then I end with my flour mixture. And I just gently fold in together. I repeat, you can use your spatula at this stage. Yes.
Fire, baby. waiting when you do me, see me, I dey shake. I say I want you past the national cake. I be you know, say na true, no be fake. I dey Jones like say I don't take. My personality, them say na psychiatrist. You hold my remote and when you pass me, I dey stay. You go cure my grace, I say today, not today. You must secure my grace. If you run me and you be go race. Can I take you back home to my place? So me and you just gonna play. You must secure my grace.
So now I'm just going to add in our Nescafe coffee. I'm just going to prepare it. You just pour the coffee in a cup and add your hot water mixture just to get your coffee-like mixture. Yes, you just do this and you add it to the cake.
Another one happen inside a jekunle. Money and kill it to become ballet. Oh, plenty woman we carry belle. Yeah, they make them begin to fear. If I say oh, you say P. Another man say see. Now you sabi. If I say oh, you say P. Another man say see. Now you sabi. I say them born man. Them kill man no for inside a jekunle. I say them born house. Them still land no for inside a jekunle. Like the birds of the same fate, listen well. I and your daughter will be together, listen well. Like the moon is programmed among the stars, so are we programmed both to the teacher again, listen well. One, yeah man,
So now I'm just going to add in our white vanilla. This is the last thing I am adding in, and I'll just fold in everything. Now once you are done with this step, I need you to immediately put your batter into your pan. Make sure your pans are already prepared with parchment paper. Make sure you already preheated your oven 20 minutes to 30 minutes, because this batter is something that you don't keep waiting. Immediately you finish mixing, you immediately put it in the oven. Because of the presence of the bicarbonate soda, that's the baking soda, so you have to be very fast. This is not the batter that you just make and then you leave it. No, you immediately, before you even do all this, your oven should have been on down for 20 minutes minimum, and then you must have already prepared your pans. So all you have to do is just gently fold in everything so that everything can blend together, and then you pour it in your pan, and then you shake your pan a little, and voila, we have our yummy red velvet cake. This is called the oil-based red velvet cake. It is very soft, yummy. When you use it with whipped cream, oh, such a wonderful dessert. So guys, that will be all for the class. Thank you. See you in the next class.